Impact Custom Mouth Guards. Why should you get your mouth guard from Impact Custom Mouth Guards? To protect your pretty smile and your brain. Impact Custom Mouth Guards have sick designs, they're comfortable to wear, and a price that can't be matched. Get your Impact Custom Mouth Guards today at ImpactCustomMouthGuards.com. Hi, my name is Paul with YouAreFightSite.com. Today with our marketing and branding podcast, we have a special guest, Maurice Smith, the legend of combat sports. Mr. Smith, how are you today?
Great, just got done training, just doing good.
Well, I do want to thank you for taking this time out and talking with us. I know you got a very, very busy schedule. You got a big fight coming up here soon. But before we get to that, tell us a little bit about the last win that you had.
The last one, which was March 30th under RFA banner against a guy. I was supposed to fight a couple of guys. One got injured and the other one backed out, I believe. And I was fighting a kid named Jorge Cordoba. And he's a tough kid, not my level, but very, very strong heart. Good fight. We went almost 3 rounds. We got knocked out in the 3rd round.
Okay.
It was my first fight back in 4 years.
First fight back, and how good was it to get back in that cage?
It's always fun. I mean, I enjoy competition, so I had a good time in there. You know, I still a little ring rust a little bit, or cage rust, we're going to call it, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Get ready for the next one, which was June 30th, same place, Nebraska, and again an RFA banner against something Lopez. That's his first name. But that's going to be again June 30th, my second fight back.
Okay. Now, have you always been an athlete?
Well, I've worked. You know, I've worked as well. I've worked for Boeing Airline. I've worked for Mercedes dealership. I've worked for McDonald's. I've worked most of my life. But then fighting became. I played football in high school. Played baseball, and I played sports. But I've also worked.
What got you into fighting?
Actually, what got me into martial art was back in around 9 years old. I saw my first Bruce Lee movie, and from that point I became a Bruce Lee fan and started doing the martial art then. And then started doing a point contact scene back in the day when they had point contact karate, and then that wasn't enough for me, so I tried to do the full contact, and the full contact turned into quote-unquote kickboxing, and then from kickboxing got involved in MMA in '96.
Okay. All right. Well, now you're known for your cardio training. Walk us through the typical day in the life of Maurice Smith.
In the training side of it, before it was different training, but as far as cardio, we was swimming, running stairs, stadium stairs, and pad work and bad work. And now here at this time now, I'm here in Vegas right now training. And we're working with Mark Philippi, PSI, which is he's a strongman contest contendant. And we're learning more core workout, and it's a lot different, but it's hard and it's good. But the training evolved as far as people have different ways of training from the old ways. It's like kind of watching Rocky III, I believe it was, with Dolph Lundgren. You had the old school and the new school. Well, we're kind of new school with different hitting the tires and sled pushes and just a bunch of stuff, just a lot of work, different workout.
Okay. Well, you mentioned something about old school. If you had to put together a dream fight for Maurice Smith, regardless of weight class, regardless of record, just who would be the one person all time that you'd love to step in the cage with? Okay,
in the cage, I think in the cage, the ones I've lost, that'd be Randy and Kevin Randerman and Renato Babalu. It'd be about 3, 4, 5 that I've lost to. So yeah, those guys and Conan. But no one in particular, just those in particular.
Try to revenge those losses. Now, Now, do you use that as an inspiration, kind of like a motivation?
No, I just try. If I train to compete, to win, and you don't always win, you don't always lose, but the motivation is to win, to be the best athlete you can be. So I believe that if I train hard, I should win. But it's not always the case. The other person has the same goal in mind as well. So it's just a matter of sometimes that he may have a little bit more than you that day, or it could be bad judging. But my goal is to go in there, do a good show for myself, as well as the fans, and then hopefully you win the fight. And unfortunately, my record in MMA is not what is shown on Sherdog. It's actually 10-5, 11-5 now. 10-5, 10-5, because some of the fights that they have in there that they count as MMA and they're now MMA. So I've had 10 wins and 5 losses in MMA, and I've been pretty good. And I'm not going to always win. Even now at 50, I'm not going to always win. I'm not going to always lose at 50, because when I fight the guy in the ring or the cage, he's not going to say, well, there's a 50-year-old man over there. He's going to say there's a guy over there, hitting me, punching me, kicking me. So the age is a factor to a point as far as it sounds old, but if you look at me, you think, wow, he's 50? Nah, impossible. He's like 27. He's maybe even 31,
Now you said, you just turned 50. Now, to a lot of people,
50 and a half now, Paul.
now you're an inspiration for a lot of us. To be able to be in that type of shape and to be able to perform at that level, you're an inspiration for all of us. Who is it that you look up to, and who's your inspiration? Not just in MMA, but in life general.
I don't think I have anybody in particular that I look up to. I mean, I just look at athletes and I admire any athlete that goes into any arena and performs to the best of their ability. It's pretty successful. There isn't one in particular because there's so many great athletes out there. You would just do a disservice to say just one is better than the other. Or one inspires you more than the other. I just inspired by the fact that I had a competition, and the competition even at 50. And then the guys I'm fighting now are the top guys right now, and they're stepping stone to the next level. That doesn't mean that a guy that's a quote unquote lower level guy can't knock me out or can't submit me. So it's always a hard fight no matter what. Even if you can't assume because the guy's not a named athlete that you're gonna beat him. So I have to go in there with the idea that the guy that I'm going to fight, he has a potential to beat me as any other named athlete in MMA. But there's no one particular individual that inspires me. And, only the last person that inspired me, I could say, was Bruce Lee. It's just hard as it is to say. He's the one that got me involved in the sport, in this martial art, which got me here.
Well, you mentioned something about stepping stones and the progression of MMA. What kind of advice do you have for that young fighter that's just starting off, or that local regional veteran that just hasn't caught that break yet?
Well, that's the key word there. Haven't caught the break yet. I mean, you go into any sport that you love, and you don't go in it for the money per se. That's something you hopefully will build on later on. But you go in it for the desire and to be the best competitor you can be. And then it's just a matter of being the luck of being somebody seeing you and getting, hey, this guy's essential. There's lots of. I mean, it's the same thing for every sport. You have to be in the right place at the right time and the right people to see you. So you keep doing the local shows, and hopefully somebody will see who's from a bigger show and invites you to the bigger show, and you go from there. It's a crap. It's not a 100% crapshoot, but it's kind of a crapshoot because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to see you. So you always have to be your best behavior, and you want to be the best ambassador for the sport as you can be, so that people don't think of MMA as something bad. So the guys who are up and coming, you just keep practicing and training hard, and hopefully get to the fight that somebody sees you, and then hopefully, because there's more than one company to work for. So just follow your heart, follow your desire for the sport.
Now, is there any advice that you can give to help a fighter with self-promotion, self-branding, gaining and retaining sponsorship?
Well, I personally can't give one person advice. I mean, you have to be, the marketing has to be, you have to brand and market yourself. I mean, you have to have a good image, or in some cases a bad image that can be, that people can connect to.
Love to hate you.
You have to hate you or hate to love you. You know, there it is. And you have, that has to be able to carry over in you know, your merchandise, as far as your gear, as for what you wear and how you. It's like Bad Boy, for example. That was a company name under one company, and then they had, you know, Bad Boy was kind of got connected to Tito Ortiz. It's just something just clicked, you know, and you have to make sure that you maintain that image. Unfortunately, at least in front of the camera. Okay, hopefully not behind the camera, but at least in front of the camera, that people either hate you for it or they love you because you're a gentleman, like St. Pierre, for example, or myself, or Silva, or even Rashad Evans. You know, they're all gentleman types, or even John Jones, gentleman type, who people like. And there's some people who like the bad boys, the Diaz's, and who else is a bad boy now? Who considered a bad boy? I don't know. Well, a couple of guys, you know. Mm-hmm. Branding is important, but again, that's mostly in front of the camera. Hopefully, you can separate the two between the camera and your personal life. You know, try to keep them separate if you can, if you're lucky.
So, you know, bottom line is you are a form of entertainment, and you need to be able to sell tickets and put people into the seats.
There it is. I couldn't put it in a better way.
Well, now,
when you're a comedian and all, you know, I thought I'd let you have that one.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Now, over your career, have you seen a lot of advancements in technology and training, and you know, in the safety of the sport?
Yes, there's a change. The training has changed a lot. You know, like I said earlier, you know, different core training compared to the old school training. Mouthpieces are definitely improved a lot. I mean, you can go to a store and buy a cheap one, or even a cheap one, meaning maybe you can spend $30, or you can spend a higher end brand, which are more to your teeth, which are very good, which Impact Mouthpieces is one that I use, and will be using actually. And you know, you want to get mouthpieces good. You want to get, you know, good gloves, of course, and training is going to be, it's going to be different to each individual for the most part, to what gym you go to, but the training has definitely changed a lot. I mean, I think it goes for all sports, and all the core training now is for all sports, but MMA it encompasses a lot more than just say sports specific for baseball, football, basketball. It covers a lot more, because you really can't. You have to have all this explosion and long-term endurance and short-term bursts. It's a lot to ask of your body, but it definitely it's changed the way people are training now. Swimming, running, different running styles, different running patterns. You know, short bursts. Yeah, it's definitely improved a lot.
Well, sir, I do appreciate your time. We're running out of time here. Do you have anybody else that you would like to thank?
Well, yeah, I'd like to thank Kickboxing Gym in Las Vegas, and Sergio Penha's Jiu-Jitsu Academy, and my other sponsor, Sir Jason Winters Tea and Products. Yeah, and I did that to Impact earlier, and anybody else? And myself, and you, Paul. Thank you for interviewing me.
Hey, no, anytime. Make sure you check out yourfightgear.com to get Maurice Smith's official walkout shirt for his next fight.
Oh yeah, we forgot that. I forgot yours. Yeah, we got to use that one too, because we got, yes. You see my new shirts we have? A nice job. The company did a great job.
You know, we're working on putting together the Mo Nose line, so make sure you check out yourfightgear.com. Once again, I appreciate it. I'm Paul with Your Fight. Get noticed. Well, Mr.